Hey everyone, I wish I could say that we're just here to play 3 hours of Facing Worlds on Unreal Tournament 2004, but I'm sure someone's going to build Facing Worlds for Unreal Tournament, this brand new free-to-play early version that Epic Games has put out. Basically, as part of Unreal Engine 4 going free-to-play, well, not free-to-play, free-to-make. Essentially, it now doesn't cost anything. It used to be you paid a lot to get Unreal Engine 4. Then it used to be that you paid a subscription fee, and now you get it for free, and then you just pay a certain amount over when you start selling a certain amount. There's kind of a royalty structure built in place. So I'm just going to kind of just run here just for a second. I just kind of want to talk about Unreal Tournament for a second. Basically, you were either like a Quake 3 person or an Unreal Tournament person, and I was an Unreal Tournament person. I still liked Quake 3, but Unreal Tournament 2004 was pretty much my jam. Like as far as first-person shooters go, like it was just, I loved how fast it was. I loved how weird it was. I know that those games seem to attract completely different personality types. I think Brad was definitely a Quake 3 person, and there was just a, let's see if I can pull this out. So you jump at a wall. There we go. If I jump up here, whoop. Oh, I didn't make it. But if I kind of jump against, come on. Well, you get the idea. Theoretically, if I jump against this, then I'm not sure why I can't quite. I made it before when I've done this training in the past. But it's just an incredibly fast-moving game. I mean, all those were. I mean, if there's anything that I've learned from the brief amount of time that I've been playing Unreal Tournament here in this early pre-alpha version that they're allowing people to mess around with, it's that console first-person shooter design has slowed down the shooter so much. Like even Call of Duty feels slow in comparison now. I'm not gonna pretend that I am some sort of first-person master or particularly interested in the multiplayer side of things, but just generally speaking, most shooters you play these days are just incredibly slow, and I think that has to do with adaptive design to what the controllers are capable of. I don't think that's anything weird or even to be ashamed of or strange. Like I actually don't mind that shooters have gotten so slow, but it's just so odd then to play Unreal Tournament and just be reminded, oh right, like this is what it used to be like. This is what all of these games were like. Doom sort of set the tone in which those games were incredibly fast, and they kind of just stayed that way for a long, long time until, basically console shooters stopped being a joke. I guess kind of starting with GoldenEye, but I mean, I guess Halo's really what legitimized it. Let's go ahead and jump out of this tutorial and go back to the main menu. So, because it's pre-alpha, there's not a whole lot in here, but also, not only is it placeholder, but, as the menu kind of states, it's a collaboration. So, by being a free game, and, if you kind of go into the customization, there's not a lot you can do yet. By being a free game, Epic is essentially hoping to make their money by allowing storefronts in which players can create their own mods, whether it be weapons or skins or levels or other sorts of things. They're going to allow you to sell those things. Obviously you could probably sell it for free, but they're hoping that people are going to get interested enough in Unreal Tournament and playing it again and playing it competitively and playing it in the weird sorts of ways that you used to do. One of my favorite parts of playing Unreal Tournament was just to jump into a random server that had a bunch of mutators, which is basically mods in Unreal Tournament speak, and just have to sit there for about 5 minutes while all the different skins and sounds and maps pulled down, and just like, I don't know what I'm about to get into, but I'm super curious to see what it ends up being. So, they've got sort of these different sort of lobby areas set up that have different games going on within them, but hey, if you're like me, if you used to play these games back in the day, the way you used to play them was by jumping on the server list. And it's classic, man. Like, there's that server list. We could play games. There's actually some happening in Chicago. I saw they're still kind of filling out. Chicago 2v2, Chicago Duel, 120 tick test. I don't know what that means. Chicago Instagib. Chicago Instagib FFA. I think Instagib, does that mean it's just like it's a one shot? I have no idea. So this game gets really nuts if you start playing towards, like if you play here, like we could jump into this. But 25, okay, you know what? Rather than show off what the game's like and how you would normally play it, let's see if we can just jump into here, into the madness. I know it was kind of red. I don't know what that means. Oh, that means there's just 3 people here? That's not what we want. Well, whatever. 3 people actually will give us kind of a sense of... I mean, it's always a fast game. It's always a game in which a lot is going on. But I jumped into a match in this map earlier that essentially was... Hey, buddy, that's not how that's supposed to work. Like 30 people running around at once, and I could not even tell what was going on. Also, that is the most satisfying thing you can ever do in a video game. Ever. Nothing will top that, is what I just did. Was just innocently throwing a Flak Cannon, secondary fire, whacking someone right in the face with it, and watching them explode. Doing it again. That's just... That will always be the best. Nothing... Shooters can just stop now. Maybe they already did stop. ASD, what's up, man? I don't know what that means. I do like this weapon as well. Like, one of the sort of really satisfying maneuvers with this is to... Can't quite... So if you shoot that orb, which can hit someone, but then you can shoot the orb and it'll explode. I always used to love doing this too. Whoop! That's lag popping me around, and then and then I died. I'll just keep going for this Flak Cannon because you know what? Who doesn't play with anything with the Flak Cannon? Sure did kill you. And one of the cool things about Unreal Tournaments are this dash move. So you can kind of see me kind of moving left to right. There's a little bit of a pause on it. Whoop. I actually used to be pretty good in Unreal Tournament. Certainly those skills do not match up anymore, but part of the reason I love playing... Part of the reason I love playing the Flak Cannon is because, come on. Man, I almost had him. Is that because you can kind of just get in the middle of a firefight and just wreck everyone? Like, everyone else is taking, like, their pot shots and they're having a good time, and then you just come in with the Flak Cannon and just ruin everyone's day. So many of the weapons are so unique in Unreal Tournament, and they remain unique to this day. In some ways, it reminds me of like prototypical Insomniac games, where it's just like things do weird shit. Like they don't follow any sort of conventional shooter logic. I mean, certainly you have a lot of your standardized weapon types, you know, your rocket launchers, your pistols, but there's no shotgun. Oh, I can't reach him. God damn it. Potato Mouth 5, you're my nemesis. There's a quad damage or whatever the equivalent is. I don't know how to get to it. If I charge up this bio rifle. Okay. So I can just kind of lay those down and then they just act as sort of proximity mines. There's also a way to take an Ice 9. There's also a way to kind of send those along. Take that, buddy. Oh, that's okay. That's what just happened there is also what I love so much about Unreal Tournament. Is as soon as you think like you've got it sorted, you had a great kill. Someone just comes in and completely wrecks your day because the weapons are just fires so incredibly fast. I also think this version looks really, really pretty. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There's also, sorry, it is incredibly difficult to play this game and talk at the same time, just because it moves so fast. Alright, here's the rocket launcher. That didn't really work. Whoop! I'll take that kill. So this is also a weapon that, with the bio rifle, you can kind of just come into an area and sort of wreck with people's day. Damn it. Gotta get out of their way. I need a weapon. That guy must have some sort of freaking ammo or armor. Second to 12. Look at me. Ah, third to 12. Spoke too soon. Oh, Happy Meal's that guy that's been screwing with me. I'll take the cheap kill on Happy Meal right there. Not gonna complain at all. I don't know how I got that kill. That seemed like I just took advantage of someone else's dirty work. Knock it with the bio rifle. The link gun is also, while interesting, I find it really difficult to... Okay, well, I was going to say lock on for a decent amount of time, but then I went ahead and did it there. Killed myself, killed that guy. Not getting a whole lot of accomplished here. You can see how the dodge actually allows you to get out of a lot of sticky situations, because it just puts off the aim of those really precise weapons just long enough. That's not how you want to do that. Me and Final Strike, man. Oh, come on. Final Strike gets two, and it just respawns me in the same spot. Stop doing that, video game. Man, you can see just how... how incredibly hectic it is getting here towards the end. Where it's just like you are spawning... Shit is happening. It's popping off really quick. Happy Meal's taking me out again. I'm taking out Final Strife again. I'm already dying. Like, just... you are ridiculous, Unreal Tournament. Like, I can't do anything. Drop it down to 4th place. Ah. Well, At one point, I was in second place. I also used to really actually love running around with the dual enforcers. Like, if you get... Man, I thought I had you. The enforcers are actually were an underrated weapon when I was playing. Oh man, I'm falling so far behind. It's because I haven't been able to do anything with my Flak Cannon. When I get separated from my Flak Cannon, things continue to go wrong. Where's my bait? Well. Oh man. Man, how are none of those connecting? Oh, I thought I was gonna clean up in that room. Those are the moments when you like get the Flak Cannon in a room like that, and I'm just getting in here with double enforcers. What is life? What is video game? Oh, what is lag? Oh no. Crazy for Swayze. Internet 41, kapoopy bye. Kill Vane. Is this how it ends? Is this how it goes down? What's up, man? Does any of this count? I will say, as we are stuck in this weird lag stasis, this is a beautiful looking game. It runs great, but I love the aesthetic. It's really clean. You know, the art in Unreal Tournament was always kind of goofy and weird, and not to say that what users make won't kind of reintroduce that in some way, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if they kind of grimied it up a little bit, but it, I really like the way this looks, and you know, I have a fairly modest PC. I got an i7 processor, but kind of an aging Radeon GPU, and this just runs like a dream, and at least until your connection to server times out. You know, when I was hanging out in the chat rooms before, trying to jump into a couple of different games, there were some other people that mentioned that the servers were having a couple of issues. But what's nice is like this is totally free and will remain free. Things are going to, like, I can show you kind of how they're teasing out some of this stuff. So if I jump back into the basic training, I think there's a basic storefront. I don't know if you can actually buy stuff yet, but if I enter over here, I head over to the weapons area, you can come through and earn your skilled tokens. But all the way over at the end here is your weapon. So I'm wondering how they're going to work that stuff out. You know, actually introducing weapons that users create is one, you know, or levels that people create is one thing, but like weapons are a pretty fundamental aspect to how the game plays. So, you know, how does balance work? Like, do they assume that balance will kind of figure itself out because if a weapon is popular, it'll then be balanced by the creator, and then there'll just be certain servers that allow or disallow them. I'm wondering how they're going to manage that, or if they just don't manage it and they allow the community to kind of figure out those rules for them, or Epic acts as sort of an in-between on things like that. It's gonna be curious. I'm definitely interested to see how that kind of thing rolls out. But man, I gotta say, I am interested in playing more. I am excited to play more, and it's pretty cool that it's free. And I'm just going to keep this downloaded, and I'll log in every couple of weeks and see how it changes. And at some point, someone's going to make a Facing Worlds map, right? Like, just come on, get on it. Someone make a Facing Worlds map. But yeah, that's Unreal Tournament. They're just calling it that, Unreal Tournament. And you can download it now. It's free. If you guys want to play, let me know. See ya.